So with Season 4 of Warzone 3 coming to an end, I feel like it's the right time for us to make a new tier list for every weapon in Modern Warfare 3. Comment down what you think or any of your objections, and let's start! Alright, so our tiers are my absolute favorite, pretty good, average, meh, and no. Oh, a disclaimer, I'm gonna call some of these guns by their real names, because like Call of Duty gives fake names to some of their guns. For example, they renamed the Spaz 12 to Reclaimer 18. Speaking of which, let's rank it right now. It's a pretty iconic shotgun, but it's not that good in Call of Duty. Then the Lockwood 680, based on a Remington 870. If y'all have watched my other videos, which you should, you'd probably know that this is my favorite shotgun, and it's pretty good in multiplayer. The Mossberg 590M, a mag-fed pump-action shotgun. I've actually got like a really underrated build, in which y'all probably don't know about, but it's like 2-shot, I believe. Okay, Haymaker. It's an incredibly good mag-fed semi-auto shotgun. Your enemies will rage at you no matter what attachments you put on this thing. The KV Broadside. This was the biggest menace back in Warzone 2, and this is also one of my favorite guns, because I have multiple videos on it that did pretty well. It's still pretty good to this day, and it's got like a nice conversion kit that turns into a battle rifle. The Lockwood 300. This used to be really good when like the both barrels at the same time trigger came out, but now it's actually kind of bad. The Riveter, a full auto shotgun chamber in 410 gauge. It kind of gets outclassed by the other shotguns. The Expedit 12. Who actually uses this thing? I get that this wasn't like John Wick and Counter-Strike and all that, but it actually sucks in the current Call of Duty. The Mossberg 500. I don't get why they need 2 pump action shotguns in this game. It's pretty good, I guess. The MX Guardian, a full auto 12 gauge shotgun, which is actually pretty underrated. Alright, let's move on to assault rifles. Val 27. It doesn't even exist in real life, but it's okay in COD, I guess. The F2000. This thing looks like it's straight from Halo, but it actually exists in real life. It's pretty good. MTZ 556. It's got an incredibly fast fire rate and some good damage. The AN94. There's actually a pretty good marksman build for this if you like select the 2-round burst on it. And the TAR 21. It's nice. I ain't really got much to say. It's nice. The DG56. I have not seen one single person use this thing. The ACR. Favored by the OG Modern Warfare 2 players. It's pretty good in the current COD as well. The 3-round burst FAMAS. It's a assault rifle made by the French, but it's actually decent. The G36. I don't got much to say. It's nice. The Chimera, I don't know how to call it, but it's based on the Honey Badger, but they never buffed this thing, ever. It's actually mid. The full auto version of the FAMAS, its recoil control isn't too good, so I guess. The M13B. It's nice, but gets outclassed by many other ARs. The M13C. Why the hell do we need 2 M13s? I don't get it, and it's just worse than the original M13. What the hell is this thing even called? I don't know, no one uses it. Meh. The TAC 56, based on the iconic Scar L popularized by Fortnite. It's actually pretty good in the current COD as well. The M16. Nothing screams more freedom than the M16, except for maybe its conversion kit. The M4, which is the M16's little brother. It screams freedom, but not as much as the M16. STB 556, based on the AUG. Why do we have so many assault rifles in the 556 caliber? The Cast-Off 762, a modernized version of our iconic AK-47, used by lots of people around the world, and not just Americans. Its conversion kit is actually pretty good. It negates all the recoil for this gun, and the same goes for its 545 counterpart. The ISO Hemlock. It gets outclassed by other assault rifles, but it was pretty good back in the day. The Tempest Razorback. This thing is actually pretty underrated in my opinion. The Sidewinder, a way slower version of the ACR, but with slightly better recoil control. The Lachmann 762, based on a real-life G3 battle rifle. I've never used anyone use this thing, and it's just mid. The FTAC Recon. It was a nice marksman type thing back in Warzone 2. I don't really have much to say, to be honest. It's mid now. The TAC V, based on the Scar H, which has a bigger bullet than the Scar L. It kind of gets outclassed by another LMG, which I will talk about later. Oh, I missed an assault rifle here, the Lachmann 556. Outclassed by other assault rifles. I don't got much to say. And the MTZ 762. It gets outclassed by its assault rifle counterpart, but it's still pretty decent. And the SOA Subverter, it's nice. The M14, it was nice back in Warzone 2. Moving on to submachine guns, favored by the Warzone sweats. The Superi 46, it's like the most popular SMG right now, and I think it's nice. The FJX Horus, based on the MP9, it's pretty good with movement, because it kind of looks like a machine pistol, and it's pretty light. And the Ram 9, basically a smaller version of the Ram 7, it's actually better than the Ram 7. This thing is just a generic SMG, but it's actually pretty good. The AMR 9, I have like a long-range build for this thing with like a drum magazine that kind of looks like a ball set. I'd say it's pretty good. The Striker 9, based on real-life UMP 9. Me personally, I don't like it that much, but it's nice. The HRM 9, it gets outclassed by most other SMGs nowadays. WSP Swarm, the Kimbo conversion kit for it was actually pretty crazy, so I'd say pretty good. The AKS-74U, I almost mistaken this for an SMG, but it's actually an assault rifle. This is like the least used AK in the game, and it's really not that good. The Lachmann Sub, based on the iconic MP5. It's average because it gets outclassed by its silence counterparts, the Lachmann Shroud, which has a full auto conversion kit that makes it pretty dang good. The Uzi, yet another 9mm SMG. Why do we have so many of them? But pretty good. The ISO 45. Finally, we got an SMG that doesn't use a 9mm. It was added back in Warzone 2, but gets outclassed by most SMGs now. The 9mm version of the ISO 45, I'm just gonna put it right next to the other ISO. Oh, my bad. I missed a battle rifle here. The Boss B. It has a pretty interesting conversion kit, which turns it into a lever action rifle. It gets outclassed by other battle rifles. Not that people really use battle rifles that much anyway. Alright, back to SMGs. We got the MP7. It had a pretty good hipfire build back in the last game. It's outclassed by other SMGs. How many times have I even said this gun? The P90. The peculiar looking SMG. To be honest, they didn't buff it enough, so average. The 9mm version of the AUG. I've not seen one single person use this. The Mini Pack, based on the PP19 Bison, whatever the hell you call it. Y'all Counter-Strike players will probably know about this. Again, outclassed by other SMGs. The FSS Hurricane, it looks weird. That's all I know about this gun, is that it looks weird and it works weirdly. The MPX, it kind of sucks compared to other SMGs. Fennec 45, ooh, the Chris Vector. It's got an incredibly fast fire rate compared to other SMGs. So this thing is pretty special. The Vaznev 9K, literally the mini back with like a smaller magazine, but it's actually way better than the mini back, so I'm gonna put it on average. The Striker, based on the UMP45, it's got a slower fire rate than its 9mm counterpart, but that comes with better recoil control because your bullets are firing slower. Oh crap, I missed another battle rifle. Conan Squall. Who the hell uses this? Like, who the hell actually uses it? The only time I've seen this nowadays is in the campaign. Alright, moving on to light machine guns. First up, we got the M249. It's a pretty mid LMG right now, in my opinion. I mean, it's a pretty iconic one because they're widely used by the US military, but it's mid in this game. The light machine gun variant of the DG56 is actually got pretty good recoil control, so I'm just gonna put it here in the orange tier. The Holger 26, the big brother of the G36, I'm gonna put it right next to each. The Raw MG, no one uses this in the current game anymore, really isn't that good. The TAC Eradicator, ooh, I don't really got much to say about this, like they kind of nerfed this, you know. The bigger version of the AUG, called the HCR56 in this game. Again, I have not seen any person use this ever, nor have I personally used it myself. A lot of other LMGs is better than it at this point. The what the hell is this called? Big Lachmann, whatever. The TAC Evolver, it's actually really golden, and y'all probably don't even know. I have like a specific TAC stance build where you change the caliber to 5.56, and it's got incredibly good TAC stance control and really good fire rate. Y'all should actually try it sometime. The HCR50, why do I have two of these? The RPK, it was the absolute GOAT back in Warzone 2 Season 1, but that's a whole year ago and it sucks now. The Sakin MG38, based on the Negev, which is good in Counter-Strike, but sucks in this game. The Pulemyot 762, a Russian LMG, which you could probably tell from its name, that is actually pretty good to this day. The 5.56 Icarus, it's outclassed by other 5.56 LMGs, so I'd have to say it's mid. Moving on to Marksman Rifles. First, we got the Kar 98K. If y'all don't know, this gun is from like World War II Germany. It was used by troops. I don't know if I can say his name, so I'm just gonna censor it. The ACR 6.8, it's really average now. I don't see many people using it. KVD Enforcer, I think they just recently added like a 2-round burst conversion kit, and I think it sucks. So, man. The DG56, actually a pretty underrated marksman rifle. It's got good recoil control, good accuracy, and good fire rate. The what is this? ACR Interceptor? Why are there two different ACR marksman rifles? Why do I even need this one? The EBR-14, only time I've seen this is in that one stealth mission in the campaign. It's really mid. The what is this? I don't even know, bro. The crossbow. Yeah, crossbow. Crossbow. The LMS, I believe that's what it's called. Has anyone even used this gun in the game? The whatever quick scope thingy, which was pretty goated back in Warzone 2, but outclassed by many other bolt action rifles. The XRK Stalker. Pretty good sniper rifle, but it gets outclassed by the Kar 98K. I remember I used to like quick scope a little bit with the XRK Stalker, and it was pretty fun. The Lockwood MK2. I'm gonna put it in my absolute favorite, but only because of the akimbo shotgun conversion. The TAC M, a semi-auto SCAR that hits pretty heavy. I'd say it's gonna be average. Moving on to sniper rifles. The Cat AMR, an incredibly long-range sniper, pretty good for Warzone, but only for Warzone. The longbow, it's a bolt-action AK. I don't think it even exists in real life, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure there's like a broken conversion kit, which like enrage people in multiplayer, but I never used it. The KV Inhibitor, a semi-auto sniper rifle. It's decent, actually. You should try it. The Signal 50, a semi-auto 50 cal sniper rifle, which is outclassed by something like the KV Inhibitor. The Victus XMR. It looks like the AWP in Counter-Strike, but this is not Counter-Strike, so the sniper is not good. The MCPR 300. I don't got much to say. It's okay. The Tempest Torrent. Wait, isn't this a marksman rifle? This is actually pretty good. The Moors, a literal railgun, which can actually compete with the Kar 98K. The FJX Imperium, based on the Intervention. It was good back in a very OG COD, but it's mid in the newest game, and that sucks. The Carrack 300. I've only seen a bot use this gun, and it's incredibly like chunky and just bad for movement. What the hell is this? I don't know. No one ever used it, but I'll just assume it's average. And I forgot what this is. It's average as well. Moving on to pistols. The Core 45. Its binary trigger conversion kit is pretty good, so I'd say it belongs in the orange tier here. The Beretta. I like this gun only because it was in like Doom 1. I mean, its conversion kit is nice, I guess. The revolver. I forgot what this is called. The Akimbo Snake Shots is average. The WSP Stinger, a very small version of the Uzi, which its akimbo attachment is actually better. This PNG of a gray background. I don't know why I put this here, but I'm just gonna put it in no for the funny. The Desert Eagle, an incredibly iconic handgun which actually saved my life a few times when I was like playing Resurgence. And pretty good it goes. The full auto version of the Deagle. To be honest, a full auto Deagle is just impractical. The recoil is too much, and a Deagle can already kill an enemy in like 2 shots. The Glock. I got a Glock in my Rari. It sucks compared to the Core 45, to be honest. But the rapid fire Glock, on the other hand, this thing is fun. But not that good, so average it goes. The Basilisk. They absolutely nerfed the snake shot for this, bro. I don't even know why, bro. Like, I wanna put it in pretty good, but it just simply ain't. The Tech 9. Y'all are sleeping on this gun. This thing is actually freaking meta, bro. Like, whether it be akimbo or like a good recoil control build, y'all actually need to use this. Like, this is so good. It doesn't even belong in the secondaries, bro. This thing should be an SMG. Anyway, moving on to the thing I keep seeing those airsoft players players use. It's bad in Call of Duty. John Wick used it, but I don't really care because I never watched John Wick. Should I watch John Wick? Y'all should comment down. Moving on to launchers. The RPG-7. The grenade launcher, its new conversion kit is pretty good with the slugs. The Stormander, no. The Pila, Strela P is simply better, so I'm just gonna put it in meh. The Joker, yeah, this thing is an absolute joke. The Strela P, yet another broken launcher, but it's simply not as good as the RPG. Alright, if you're watching so far, I actually gotta thank y'all, bro. You the real one here. Anyway, moving on to our last category, melee. So, sledgehammer, it's very fun to use. The Karambit, this ain't Counter-Strike. The Gutter Knife, nah. The Gladiator, I don't use this melee much, but it's okay. The Tonfa, everybody who uses the Tonfa probably uses the Riot Shield as well. And to anybody who uses this Riot Shield Tonfa combo, go the Soul Render. This thing reminds me of the Crucible from Doom with like its epic glory kills, man. This is my absolute favorite melee ever. The Combat Knight. I don't like it too much. The Dual Kadachi is pretty cool, but for some reason it's got worse movement than the other melees. The Dual Kamas. Bro, it makes me feel like the Grim Reaper, man. I used it in my last video, which you guys should watch, and it's really, really cool. And lastly, the Pickaxe. This is not Minecraft, but it's average. And there we have it. Every weapon in Modern Warfare 3. Comment down what you think, and also comment down whether I should make a tier list on like conversion kits as well, because like I didn't rank the conversion kits here. Oh yeah, and perhaps I treated the RPK a bit too harshly. Anyway, goodbye. Why do I have roadblocks open?